What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another game from the Overwatch Champions. Today, we've got a match between Serto and Solar.
Solar. It's a match between Solar and DeadEye.
Yes. Speaking of Swan, he's here doing play-by-play, and I beat down Boulevard on color. So what do you got? What do you think's going on? We're already paused.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, hopefully. First map is going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar, so I'm pretty interested to see how these maps go, because this is the definite first map for each series of Overwatch Champions. So a lot of big Widow battles come along on the first point of this map especially. So we see right there we have Flo on the Widowmaker, so see how he can go along with that.
Yeah, you know, it is a good map for Widow, so not very surprising to see her run so very often. See if Flo can do anything with it.
Basically, if you win the Widow duel, you win the first part of the fight. So it's all up to just the rest of the fight along the way. But if you can get picks with Widow, then that's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like we're gonna get Echo back in, and we're gonna start pretty soon. So, yeah, how do you think? Actually, I can't even see who's on attack right now.
It's
It looks like it's gonna be Solar on attack right now.
Solar.
And DeadEye, they're electing not to go with a Widowmaker actually. So this could give a lot of chance for Flows to just go to town on the backline. If you can somehow get around Bossman's shield.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't have a lot of damage to break the shield. So what they're going to have to do is, especially Flo, is take advantage of anybody not using it. And he really needs to land all his shots in this one. And chances are he'll have to take advantage of Lucio, because playing the Genji, you don't play around the Rhine shield. You kind of, you're all over the place. Fighting in the back line. Probably going to be contesting Flo. So I think those two will be fighting each other a lot.
Well, let's see how this fight turns out, as it looks like Solar are just coming right out of the gates. Looks like Tavers is just on the high ground, just for some reason poking with Diva. I don't know what his strategy is right there, while the rest of his team is on the ground.
Yeah, it looks like trying to eat some spam damage maybe.
It looks like DeadEye is electing to drop down and just fight on the cart right here. Tavares gets demeched. Meanwhile, Lucio gets taken out by Ray. Meanwhile, Lucio is able to get resurrected right after that, so it looks like they'll be able to have a lot of damage into this upcoming fight. He was able to take out Ray, getting payback actually. And Solar might have to reset without their main tank.
Yeah, call it bad luck or call it a misplay. As soon as Arai goes for the jump, Bossman and the rest of... Oof. Yeah, Bossman.
Because we were talking about the fight.
Yeah. So the two of them, the rest of the team jumped down. Arai went to go kill Lucio, but basically left Solar without their main tank. So
speaking of Solar, they're able to get a pick onto Awesome Dog, but he gets resurrected back up. Meanwhile, Coalition comes out from the side of Echo, just trying to keep his tanks alive in the front line. Looks like a Dragon Blade comes in from Lucio, who's in the backline trying to cause a ruckus. He's able to get Mako, and then Spilo right after. Tavares gets demeched right after, so Solar definitely needs to reset. Weird use of sights right there, actually. The fight is over, but Flo elects to use sights for some reason. Even though by the time the fight is already beginning to begin, his sights will be either almost done or halfway done.
I think with
he uses the remaining of his sights to get Echo out of position. So looks like they might push up on this. Hunku is able to get the resurrect onto Echo, so he'll be in ready to get some raw healings to the tank, who unfortunately died. Meanwhile, it looks like they're electing to fight ahead of the payload. No one's pushing it actually, so if they can win this fight, they can get some good progress on the cart. Looks like they will. It looks like Flo is able to take out Bori, and Lucio taken out by Maku's orb. They're gonna have to retreat, along with Hunku dying trying to go back onto the cart.
Yeah, It's like they only just noticed that they actually weren't pushing it. All this time they could have, especially with all their picks, they probably could have gotten a lot better progress, but now they're losing this fight, and they do need to back out.
Yeah, they're losing this fight because they're able to allow the respawns to come in. Meanwhile, Bossman takes advantage of that. He's able to get a triple shatter and able to drop back Solar. Tavares electing to use his Diva Bomb to try to get his mech back, but he dies before he could re-mech. So, a complete waste of the ult.
Yeah, probably muscle memory. It's really common when you lose your mech in a fight. You just press Q to get it back, but still, wasted ultimate. Now Flo switching to the Reaper. Had enough of the trying to poke and prod with the Widowmaker. Just wants to fight head on.
Oh, awesome dog getting the double bind onto Karate and Spilo. Meanwhile, Mako getting taken out by the Lucio Dragon Blade. And Bossman getting the pin onto Tavares. So he'll be Demek. Flo falling alongside of him. So yeah. Solar, they didn't really get much progress on the cart, so they really need to get it to the first checkpoint and want to stay alive in this map.
Yeah, only 20 seconds left. A lot of ultimates for DeadEye. This is going to be really difficult. Because Flo just swapped to, the Reaper, he's not coming, and he's probably not going to get the death loss anytime soon.
Yeah, unless he can get like big chunks of damage, I don't see him getting a death loss anytime soon. Meanwhile, we see Karate with the Sound Barrier, which he'll elect to use on himself actually. None of his members except for Tavares gets the effect of that. Meanwhile, Asanag getting the kill on Spilo and Arai. And Bossman getting the big shatter onto all the members on the cart. Karate falls along beside Spilo. Tavares gets the max. Will be while his mech Flow Man. So close to his Dragon Blade, maybe it could save him, but Awesome Dog gets the double mind kill. And Solar will be held on the bottom of the stairs.
Wow, Lucio just getting his third Dragon Blade. Really playing well, and it's great to see DeadEye now really working with his Genji, because you know in the past he would end up just ulting by himself and getting killed immediately with no impact, but now you see that every time he uses his blade, his team goes with him, they give him the space, and he gets so much value out of it.
Yeah, so they're probably cleaned up their comms since the last time we saw them. Yeah, they've been coordinating a lot with the Lucio, not with the Lucio. Coordinating a lot with Genji so that he's able to get maximum efficiency out of his blade. But there were a couple of times where he did caught out of position, and Solar didn't really take advantage of that actually. They could have, and they could have easily swung this fight towards them.
Yeah, that's true. I think they're playing the dive a little too passively. There are a few times where they were up and had an advantage over DeadEye, but they didn't actually get aggressive. They didn't actually take the fight and try to finish it off. There are a few times where Flo alone got a pick or two with the Widowmaker, and they didn't really take advantage. And as you said before, respawns came in, and that's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, especially that one fight where it looked like Solo was just reigning supreme, but they didn't have any cart progress. So by the time the respawns came in, they were able to get wiped off of the cart.
Yeah, that's true. That wasted a lot of time for them. That's why they have such a short distance to defend against too.
Yeah, this is a game of seconds, basically. Every second counts in this.
Every inch too.
Every inch of payload movement, which Solar didn't have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looks like they're electing not. Speaking of Solar, they're electing not to go onto the high ground. They're going the higher ground. They're going onto the high ground still, but. Looks like Karate and Spilo on the Farm Mercy, and Spilo getting the kill on the Awesome Dog pretty early. So they might have to use a Resurrect on this. So DeadEye's Resurrect will be down for 30 seconds, but that might be a problem for them, as it looks like they're electing to jump on. They're trying to cause some damage onto this high ground, cause a ruckus. They're able to split the team. Karate by himself, he's able to get back with his team, but with low health, he will get taken out by Lucio. And Flo taking out Awesome Dog. He's killing Bori right after. Flo is holding him back. They're able to demech Bossman and swing the fight to them.
You know, it's funny. I thought this map area where they have to hold the point up to was a disadvantage for them. But it actually seems like this works really well for Flo's Reaper, because they have to get the payload right under here. Reaper has just such a tight space to work with, and a pretty wide margin for error when it comes to shooting the enemy. You can see like he's just shooting them apart.
Looks like they're electing, DeadEye's electing to go with a split dive actually. A few people in the back, few people in the front, but it looks like they're putting him onto the cart and he's able to get the triple shatter awry. And Flo, using his Death Blossom, is able to demech and kill Bossman right after to just close out the fight.
Yeah, good ult usage, only using 2. Now they still have the Barrage coming soon, and they have the Graviton right now. I don't know why Echo used his ultimate. That was very interesting.
Echo somehow managing to get out of that actually. But yeah, he used his ultimate last fight and it didn't get much value. Meanwhile, Lucio was able to take out Flo, and that's pretty big for them. And Bossman getting a big double bomb onto Spilo and Orion. Echo getting the kill on Karate, and it looks like they're going to push it and win the map. Unless they can find a way to contest this even longer. Mako getting on the point, trying to contest it even more, but he gets taken out, and DeadEye will win the map.
Yeah, it's too bad. You know, Flo got hit that shot of damage reflected into his head. If he had stayed alive, I think it would have still been winnable. But I guess that just comes to a better play from Lucio. So.
Yeah, DeadEye managed to find their problem with being stalled in this tiny part. They're able to take out Flo, and the second they took out Flo, they're able to just go to town on Solar.
Yeah, part of it was no, actually you're right. I don't know why I was going to disagree with you.
Anyway, it looks like Solar will be able to choose the next map. Let's see what map it will be.
My guess is Nepal. That just seems to be everyone's go-to.
It would be my go-to.
Control is the superior game mode, so you know.
Control is always fun to watch. I love watching these teams play on Nepal, and in the very rare cases on Ilios, which is map 5. But it looks like they're going to go away from that and elect to go with Route 66.
Caster's Curse does it again.
Improbable pick coming in from Solar, but maybe DeadEye's not prepared for this. Maybe it's a 200 IQ play. It's everyone's expecting Nepal to be the next map. So maybe Solar's been practicing on Route 66. So this could catch DeadEye off guard.
Oh, you know what? This would be truly the high-level play. Solar intentionally losing the first map, making DeadEye feel like they have this. Then knowing they would get to choose Route 66 when they could have imagined that they practiced for Nepal. It's honestly the ultimate move. And then completely flip the momentum, win all 4 maps. Oh, I can already see it now.
Lose the battle, but win the war.
That's right.
Let's see if Solar can show off their skills on Route 66. I think we all need to keep it on. Nick Solar's on some high level
ish.
High level stuff right here. High level gameplay. And it looks like we'll be going into Route 66 now. So how do you think Solar can go on this? Since the last map was Escort alongside this map. So then it seemed pretty keen on their attack on Watchpoint Gibraltar. So how do you think they can change it here?
Stay on the payload. No, really, like they have pretty good they have pretty good team fights. They just, what really hurt them last map is they didn't sit on the payload. They wasted a lot of time, potential cart progress, they just kind of threw away. And then
so just don't waste time is all you're saying.
Don't waste time, and they have to get aggressive, especially if they're going to run the dive, which it looks like that is what they're going to do.
Oh, I can't see. I'm still loading in.
Oof.
Thank you, Blizzard.
Thank you, Dark Souls. But so far, pretty similar comps from the last game. Solar running the dive, except now they have the Sombra.
Yeah, the Sombra could spell a lot of trouble for DeadEye. Actually, Spilo on the Sombra, so she can basically nullify Lucio if they have a Lucio, and looks like Hunku is actually going on Lucio, so how about that?
Yeah, what are the odds? Yeah, it could work that way, or just consistently hack Bossman. They basically never have a shield, because what's Ryan without a shield?
Samba's a real threat now. but this could also be against her because they did release a patch where if her hat gets broken, it goes on a 2-second cooldown. My bad. So Spilo really needs to choose his hacks and choose them wisely.
He just needs to make sure he's not getting shot, that nobody can see him, because the hack goes off so quickly. As long as if you get someone from the back, there's almost no chance they'll actually be able to turn around and stop you.
It's like Spilo's not electing to go in the back line. He's fighting up with his team for some reason. Meanwhile, Flo is in the back line just trying to get a pick off. It looks like he will get picked off himself, actually. Lucio getting the kill onto Flo. It looks like it will start this fight. It looks like Solar is just jumping onto the car, just trying to put as much pressure onto Lucio. They hack him and he's able to die right after. Bossman getting the kill on Mako, but it doesn't matter because Spilo gets the kill on Hunku on the Mercy. So it looks like this fight is swinging towards Solar's way. It looks like they might be able to hold it, but if they can get some picks on this. But Roddy takes out Bossman, so that might be big for Solar. As the only one left on the cart is killed, but he gets killed actually. Bori and Echo looks like they're gonna have to retreat on this. They don't want to suffer the same fate.
Yeah, I think DeadEye's mistake was splitting their comp in half, and not even in like a reasonable half. Like 1 DPS and 2 tanks went their own way, then the 2 supports were just alone on the card and getting picked off, while Lucio was who knows where. So once Hunku went down, they didn't have the healing to survive that prolonged fight.
Looks like they will get the hack on Lucio, who has Dragon Blade actually, so they're gonna try to take him out as fast as they can, and they do. So a pretty good play coming in from Solar. It looks like they're gonna resurrect them for this upcoming fight, and they're able to resurrect them and pull out the Dragon Blade. But the Sound Barrier comes out. It looks like it won't be enough as they pop Coalescence to add in with that extra damage. So Solar will get teamed white by Lucio with the 5K. Oh my god.
Yep, 3 ultimates, 5 kills. Maybe a little overdoing it with
maybe a little overkill. But whatever, they win the team fight, and it looks like Solar will be on 3 ultimates actually. They have the EMP, which could have helped them in that fight. They could have popped EMP and basically nullified all of Lucio's Dragon Blade, because he wouldn't be able to dash into them. So it could have absolutely wasted a lot of time. Meanwhile, a Bossman wasting all of Arai times as he's able to go in and kill him, making him have to wait on that response, along with Karate and Mako falling alongside with him. Just pretty clean cleanups.
Yeah, Bossman showing why he has his name. Use the Shatter, already has another one, just drops it immediately and dies after taking somebody with him. That's crazy.
It looks like Solar's just waiting to find the right time to jump onto this payload and contest Arai jumping in, just trying to start this as a Dragon Blade comes in from Lucio in the backline. He's able to kill Karate, but Spilo's EMP is used on point, but there's no follow-up actually. Bossman is able to kill Spilo. Meanwhile, Diva Bomb coming in from Tavares won't be able to get anything, but is able to get his mech back. Meanwhile, Arai just crawling on point, just throwing out the Palm of Rage, just trying to cause a loud ruckus. Lucio is able to jump back in and join his team on the side of Solar. He's able to heal them all up, but it's not enough as DeadEye is able to kill all of Solar and take the point for themselves.
You know, I didn't see Bossman's shield go up that entire team fight. He was just clubbing.
He was just clubbing. he was clubbing so much he's able to get his ultimate back actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Bossman has been pretty big. He's able to get a lot of damage. And Lucio getting more damage. He's able to get the kill on Flo and Spilo in the back line, so delaying their defense even longer.
Yeah, 2 staggers. That's really going to hurt. You know, last fight, Solar had a good engagement. They waited till their ulti was there and then dived in. They even had the EMP, but they just didn't actually follow up properly.
Meanwhile, a blocked Shatter comes in from the side of Solar, and Flo getting the double kill onto Hunchkin and kills with his left Blossom. Lucio getting a kill on Karate with his Dragon Blade. And this fight is swinging towards Solar as it looks like Spilo and Flo just carrying the team in this fight.
Yeah, once Hunku went down, Bowery should have known not to use the Graviton. Because it would have been really difficult for him to sustain himself and actually properly follow up with it. But they still have 2 ultimates. as long as they watch out for Air Eye's shatter and play the way they play, they
Oh.
should finish this.
This might be big for DeadEye as Lucio is able to take out Flo. And it looks like it might be able to start this fight. Coalescence coming in from both teams actually, trying to keep the tanks alive. Bossman trying to shatter into the shield, but it gets blocked actually. And he'll pay for that. It'll give space for Ryan to use the shatter. He gets 4 in it, but there's no follow-up damage. He gets taken out. Karate on the point is trying to contest this, but the High Noon is able to draw him back out. And it looks like kills will continue to get kills as he's able to get Mako, Tavares, and Karate does. Falls right after Flo, getting thrown into a wall. And looks like DeadEye will be able to control this. Unless they can get on the point. It looks like it might be DeadEye's point. It looks like they're able to get onto this in time, but Arai gets taken out by all the damage coming in from Echo. Meanwhile, Graviton coming in and getting all the members of Solar in it, except for Echo, who is able to heal them all up. Meanwhile, Dragonblade comes in from Lucio. He's able to get the kill onto Tavares, and Flo is able to get the triple kill on Lucio Burry and kills. Only one left is Mako. And Siwo able to get away actually. Never mind, he's 2 more members are in there. Mako gets taken out actually. Actually, never mind, Mako is still alive. Never mind, he gets taken out again. Arai is able to try to stay alive for a little bit longer for his team to come back in. Karate just trying to contest this for as long as he can. Tavares is getting rocked back and forth by the big hammer. Looks like the rest of Solar is able to come back in, but Bossman is able to get Karate somehow. And Flo falling right after. Bossman just swinging everywhere. Mako throwing out the Coalescence. Meanwhile, on the top kills. Gets kills with his DeadEye. He's able to get the kill onto Mako, who is on the Coalescence. It looks like it'll be big for DeadEye as Karate jumps back in, just trying to contest this even longer. And Spilo joining him. Flo able to come back in, just trying to get a kill. Karate falls, but let's see if Flo can make something out of this. Spilo just able to stay alive. He's able to get the stick onto Bossman. It's not enough to kill him. Mako falling right after from kills. It looks like Arai will jump back in, just trying to contest this even longer. Zafaris just actually uncontested actually. Actually, never mind. He gets caught up in the Graviton. All 3 of them get caught up in the Graviton. All 3 of them will die except for Spilo. Spilo's the only one left on point. He's just trying to contest it even longer. He's able to recall all the way, just trying to contest it even longer. He will get flash and headshot right after. And it looks like DeadEye will take this.
You've gotta be kidding me. I think Bossman had maybe 7 Earth Shatters this map. And like just 3 in the last like 2 minutes. Oh my god, this guy's a madman. You know,
Super mad.
Yeah, that's why he's the boss man. No, for real though. That last point was really shaky. And I think both teams had this exact same problem. It just ended up being really bad focus fire, so nobody could finish a team fight. Unfortunately for Solar, the one person they couldn't finish who they needed to was Bossman.
I was surprised on Solar they're able to stagger themselves because they had the stagger hold, so they're able to burn out a lot of time from DeadEye's clock. They only have 32 seconds if they go into overtime, but it will go up to a minute because it's escort, so they'll have a minute and 32 seconds to push it in overtime if they get to that.
That's right, if Solar takes them that far.
Looks like Solar is gonna like to go with Flo on the Widowmaker, so let's see if he can get another pick. His Widowmaker, he did a lot on Watchpoint Gibraltar, but the problem was that Solar didn't engage on it, so it just ended up being a wasted pick.
Yeah, that's true. Similar issues before, not gonna have a whole lot of room. Everyone's gonna be behind the Rhine Shield, so as long as they're careful, they can kind of deny a lot of potential from Flo. So I guess that's going to be what they'll want to do. Or Lucio can just 1v1 him again.
Get another shot onto him who started the last fight.
Or just deflect a shot into his head.
Yeah, so Flo really needs to look out for Lucio. It looks like they'll be coming out of the gate with a Reinhardt from Arai. He was able to block a lot of shatters in the final push coming in from DeadEye.
Yeah, but unfortunately DeadEye had so many shatters, it just didn't matter.
So it looks like DeadEye is electing to jump down from the gas station and just brawl on the point, just trying to stop it right here. Looks
Yeah.
like Boss Man just swinging his hammer around, trying to get as much damage as he can. He's getting a lot of damage, actually. He's almost has his ultimate. Meanwhile, Arise not even halfway to his ultimate. Boss Man getting the fast ultimate shatter. He's able to get 3 kills with that. Oh my god.
37 seconds. That's how long it took him.
37-second shatter. Oh my god, Boss Man.
And keep in mind, I think the first 10 seconds ish, they didn't actually fight because the card still needed to make it around the corner. Just for
Arise not even halfway to his ultimate, and you already used your ultimate to wipe out 3 of their members.
yeah, you're building up to another one. It's hard. Kills with all this spam damage coming out. It's gonna give Area a lot of trouble.
That shatter allowed Lucio to get a lot of damage in order to get his Dragon Blade, which he uses on Mako and Tavares. Meanwhile, the rest of DeadEye is able to kill on point. Another team kill coming in from DeadEye.
Yeah, only 2 ultimates too. They're definitely controlling themselves better this time. Bowery's about to have the Diva Bomb too.
Oh, Karate, the better of the Moras, is able to get the kill on Echo, who was posted all the way up for some reason. So Solar really needs to jump on this. They want an advantage in this.
Yeah, it's definitely not good. He's probably way too far up. That's what happens when you get too cocky. Now DeadEye's down their main healer. This fight could not go as well as them.
Oh, Flo on the Hanzo, he gets a double kill. He is able to demech Bowery and kill Bossman. But Hunku can only resurrect Bossman, and Bowery will be without his mech. Meanwhile, Mako and Karate does. Both of the supports from Solar getting killed. So this could be big for DeadEye as they're able to get the kill on the Spila, and Tavares falling right after. How did this fight turn towards DeadEye's favor?
The problem was they let Bossman get resurrected. That was big. And they kind of ignored Lucio, just in the backline. Poking, getting them low, and then finishing kills too. You can see
Bossman's being sneaky right here. He has his shatters. Let's see what he can do with it. He's gonna go down, he's gonna get the 3 shatter. He gets it inside the bubble. He's able to get 3 members in that. Big shatter coming in from Bossman. He falls, but that was worth it. He'll get resurrected right after.
60 seconds remaining.
Wow, this is really oppressive. Solar's suffocating here. They can barely make it past this first set of train cars.
Actually, it looks like the payload might be going back to its original spot.
I'm not actually sure I've ever seen that.
Yeah, just dominant performance coming in from DeadEye.
Oh, looks like internet issues on the side of Solar. Yeah, we might need a pause here. Nope, never mind. Everybody is
They're gonna start the fight anyway. It looks like Hills is able to get his Riptire out and get and a Diva Bomb attempt coming in from Navarez. He gets killed by Bowery's Diva Bomb, who got him and a Karate in it. Meanwhile, Spilo will get killed on the point trying to pull out his Dragon Blade. Boss Man! Another big shatter right in front of their spawn. That's the ultimate disrespect right there. DeadEye will win this map.
wow. 4 shatters, 4 minutes. This guy is nuts.
Insane. Yeah, I think the problem with Solar was that they didn't basically just keep Bossman in check. He was able to go free range and get as much damage as he can. Was able to help him get all those shatters.
Yeah, Lucio, a little bit of that tactical crouch. I'm watching you, buddy.
Yeah, a little tactical crouch. He needed to do that. He needed to let his supports know that he was there so that they could heal him up.
I'm watching this guy though.
Anyway, it looks like DeadEye will go up 2-0 in the series. So Solar definitely needs to win this next map if they want to stay alive.
Yeah, right now it's a very strong 2-0.
Looks like they're electing to go with sub. So we'll see who Solar can bring in actually. So how do you think Solar can turn this around for him? the next map is going to be a assault map, no matter which map they pick. So Solar really needs to step up their defense and their offense.
Yeah. I think okay, now we got their 6th person coming in, Soul Mana.
Soul Mana. Let's see if they can. Soul Mana can help them in this. So Solar really needs to find their footing in their attack phase. So
Yeah, and we'll have to see. They're really gonna need to polish up the defense because now they're gonna go to Temple of Anubis.
yeah, this is big for anyone who's attacking, because if they get the first pick, then that's usually they get first 2 picks. That's usually a win for that fight.
Definitely point A. Point B is
It's
not
you
quite
need
simple.
4 kills in order to get a tick.
I would even say 5. And here we go.
I think you need a team kill in order to get a tick.
Now entering
Yeah, honestly.
the Temple of Anubis.
Well, anyway, let's see how Solar can up their game
Now
on their
entering
homeland, the
Temple of Anubis.
Solar power of the sun, trying to power up Solar in this map.
Oh my god, you must. I had a feeling. Just,
Well, let's see if Solar can just find their footing in this, as this is their last map to stay alive. Because if they lose the series 3-0.
that's true. But they could still get a chance to get on the board.
Yeah, at least get a map off of DeadEye. That'd be a big up for them. And it looks like DeadEye actually is electing to go with. Actually, it looks like they might go with the Reinhardt on the health pack over here. On the left side. Because normally when you see Reinhardts on this, they're either posted up in that choke, or they're posted up on the high ground way back here. Let's see which one they like to go with. But they don't have any long range damage,
Attackers incoming.
so they might like to go up on the choke, and they will.
Yeah, it's very likely. Flo bringing back the Reaper. He's been pretty good on it so far. So I think the idea, what they want to do is they just want to get up close. Wants to get whatever kills, whatever damage he can. Charging up a quick Death Blossom. And this time Spilo's going to play the Widowmaker.
Yeah, Flo on the other maps, he was playing Widowmaker, so let's see how Spilo goes on this.
Attackers incoming.
As Solar is able to come out out of the gate. Spilo, he used his hook already, so he won't be able to have it up to get on the high ground for a while.
Yeah, Spilo trying to get on the high ground but missed.
Looks like he won't be able to fight with his team, actually, so Solar is going to fight this 5v6, actually. And DeadEye will take the advantage in this. Kills and Bossman, taking on Rai and Soul Mana. Meanwhile, Flo is able to get the kill on Bossman, but is it enough? Meanwhile, Spilo in the backline, getting the kill on kills. But is it enough, as that was his only pick? And it looks like he won't be resurrected, actually, so it's a 5v6 for Solar.
Probably a good choice. I think Hunku wasn't sure where Spilo was, so if he went for the Resurrect, where he would be completely immobile, or he couldn't move like forward and back, there's a good chance he would have died.
It looks like they found Spilo's position, but it doesn't matter because Spilo is able to hold his own. He's able to get the kill on Lucio, but Kills gets the kill on Spilo right after, so Spilo is out of commission for this fight. Meanwhile, it looks like both Colettes is coming out from both teams, actually. And the Diva Bomb coming in from Tavares. Looks like it's trying to find a target, but doesn't get anyone. Soul Mana getting the 2 kills on Bossman and Hunku. Graviton comes in from the side of DeadEye, just trying to keep him on here, but there's no follow-up. That looks like Solar will fall in on this. Ooh, getting a big triple kill onto DeadEye, and they're able to capture the first point.
Yeah, it seemed like they didn't actually notice Flo. Just right next to him, gave him time to get into that perfect position. Just smash that Q button.
Press Q to win. And it looks like they'll have 6 minutes on the clock, but they don't have any ultimates for this fight, so it looks like they might have to go in dry. Meanwhile, on the side of DeadEye, they have the Shatter, the DeadEye, and the the Dragon Blade coming in. Looks like they'll elect to go with 2 of them. They're gonna go with the Shatter and Dragon Blade. as Lucius is able to kill Spilo, but Flo wasn't kind of it actually. He's able to take out both of the main tanks actually. So let's see how Solar gains on this. They needed to keep going on this fight. It looks like they're electing to go with the Valkyrie on the side of DeadEye, trying to keep Lucio alive on point. Meanwhile, the Coalescence comes in from the side of Solar, just trying to put some damage. He's able to get more damage onto the Reinhardt. He's able to join back in with the team, and he's able to get taken out of DeadEye. Coming in from the side of kills, he's able to get Soul Mana. Will it be enough, actually? It looks like Echo will use his Coalescence, just trying to put some damage. Lucio pulling out the Dragon Blade. He's able to get kicked out of Karate. And wow, Flo getting the big triple kill, but will it be enough? He gets taken out right after. Spilo falling alongside, and that will end it for Solar on this push.
Oh, too bad. Good ultimate, but still only by himself.
There's only 2 members left from the side of DeadEye on the point, so I don't know what the plan was for after the big old triple kill from Flo.
Probably something like just click their head low. But as we all know, it isn't that simple. You really need to be there with your team. Although this time now they have 3 ultimates coming up. And now only the Graviton for DeadEye, so unless that Graviton comes in big, they could take it this time.
Looks like Flo is trying to be sneaky. He's gonna go for a tiny little back cap. It looks like the Graviton will be eaten by Tavares, and Tavares will elect to use his Diva Bomb just to try to clear some space. Spilo with the Riptire going and killing Bossman, but Hunku is able to resurrect them. Bori taking out Tavares, so Tavares will be out of commission for this. Bossman getting a big shatter, getting almost every member of Solar in that. And he's able to get the kill on Flo, and Spilo falling right after, so Solar definitely needs to reset.
Yeah, Bowery getting his Gravi was pretty unfortunate, but he's really high energy and already at 70% to his next one, which is crazy.
Yeah, even though it got eaten, that's pretty crazy. He was able to get a lot of damage, just gain up a whole bunch of ult charge. He was able to kill Tavares. He was able to kill him before he could remech, so that was big. Meanwhile, speaking of big, Lucio trying to make a big play. He's able to get the kill onto Karate, but he gets taken out by Tavares right after. Solar doesn't have the Mercy, so they won't be able to resurrect him. And it looks like Graviton will come in from Bowery. He's able to get most of the members of Solar, and they're able to get them down onto low health. So they either engage in this fight or die. But it looks like they'll be healed back up. So it looks like they're going to try to take this. Bowery getting hooked in with the one-shot combo from Arai. Looks like they might be able to push on this.
Yeah, it looks like DeadEye's old habits are starting to creep back in. Lucio going for the ult by himself. Maybe I just got very little value for it as a result. Died and it all started falling apart.
Oh! Big shatter coming in from Bossman. They had no shield, Solar. So that was a pretty bad decision to be all grouped up. When Bossman's around, he's able to get the triple kill. Big shatter from Bossman.
Yikes.
As he single-handedly took out Solar.
Again, Solar needs to be more aggressive. They should know they don't have a shield. They don't have the time to just slowly walk in and take their time. This is not a slow and steady composition. They need to get in there as quickly as they can and start applying the pressure, start trying to get the kills. Otherwise, what just happened is going to keep happening.
Looks like they're electing to go onto the Reinhardt now, or switching to the Reinhardt. So let's see if he can put a lot of damage onto DeadEye, just trying to get his ult up. And looks like Lucio getting a Dragon Blade again, going in, trying to find a kill. It won't find anybody actually. Meanwhile, Barrage coming in from Spilo is able to get Bowie, and Flo again with another triple kill. And it looks like Flo single-handedly carried that fight right there. And Solar will take the second point.
Hold on, you got to give some credit to Spilo, really working down that Rhine shield and taking their attention away from Flo and giving him the chance to just, as soon as Bossman got comfortable, thinking, oh, okay, Spilo's ult's over, bam, Death Blossom. He took it to his face, didn't have time to block, the rest of them fell in right behind him.
It's also troubling too, because Lucio, he had the Dragon Blade. That could have spelled a lot of trouble for Solar, but they elected to ignore him, just actually create a lot of space away from the Genji so that they could go in and make plays of their own.
Exactly. Still a minute 32. That's not too bad of a capture time.
Yeah, not too bad. They're able to catch it not as fast as they wanted because they had 6 minutes on their B2 attack, but still pretty good time. That's enough time to capture the point, I would say. But let's see how their defense can hold up this time. Looks like they're electing to go with an Orisa, actually. An Orisa pull and grab combo with a Rai on the Roadhog.
Yeah, this is not a bad composition. I guess they just want to really just anchor themselves and say, all right, this is our spot. You're not moving past this spot.
Attackers
No one but us can be here.
Exactly. So I guess the idea will be wherever DeadEye tries to push, they need to shut them down. And because Orisa gets to his shield, can block damage more often than the Reinhardt can, as long as they abuse Bossman's shield and then focus him, they should be able to win this.
But
But
then
they do
again,
have
it
to watch
could
for
also
kills.
it could also blow up in their face as if Tavares' shield gets
3, 2,
basically nullified at the early stage of his cooldown. He has no shield for the rest of that, so no protection. So he really needs to be careful with his shield.
Yeah, that's why it's up to his team to apply an equal amount of pressure to Bossman's shield.
Looks like Bauer would be booped away from the rest of his team, but they're able to catch up back with him. So it's just in time for Bauer to get a hook. Actually, he gets hooked himself and killed by Tavares on the back lot. It looks like Arai gets the hook on the boss man, but Bauer gets resurrected back up and gets the counter hook onto Arai. Lucio getting the kill on Flo and kills, is getting kills. And it looks like DeadEye will take the first point.
Reaper killing fire. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, pretty strange.
A little bit. Well, it pretty much fell apart where Arai didn't notice that Bowery got resurrected. And because of that, he got hooked from behind, and before he had time to do anything, he died immediately. So with that lack of tankiness and just whatever damage Roadhog provides, there was no way they were going to hold that.
Solar trying to change their comp fast, but not fast enough. Looks like Bossman goes in, getting the kill as there's only 3 people on the point. Lucio taking out Karate is able to come back in. Bowery killing Flo. So it looks like it might be a pretty fast take for DeadEye.
Yeah, wow. Tavares getting pinned so early was really bad, because then he died right away, and ever since then they've been staggering.
Yeah, pretty bad stagger coming in for Solar. They're too late on their roster change, so that really hurt them there, as there was only 3 members on the point. So DeadEye were able to take advantage of that and just overwhelm them with numbers. So a pretty fast take for DeadEye. They have 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh my god, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, that is a lot of time.
As it looks like Solar has to go on the offense. They only have a minute 32, so they really need to get these fast picks if they want to capture point A. Because if they get held on point A, then it'll be a cakewalk for DeadEye to capture the first point.
Yeah, it's not impossible. 1 minute 30 is a decent amount of time. Solar's shown that they can get fast picks and play aggressively. They just need to keep doing that.
Yeah, so it looks like they're electing to go with a dive with a Moira. So let's see how that works for them. I don't think Moira is really effective in dive because she needs to be really close, and this is a mobile comp.
Oh
So
yeah,
this
that's
might
the
spell
story.
trouble.
Yeah, it's the story of my life. But try telling that to the one-trick Moiras on competitive ladder. See what they say to you.
I'm just waiting for the one trick Brigitte mains. 20 more days till we see them in, or maybe even less. But it looks like Solar is actually going into the right room, the left room, sorry. And Spilo just going around, just trying to cause some ruckus, actually. But Lucio spots him. Looks like he might take him on in this 1v1 and wins. So Solar will be without Spilo in this, and looks like the rest of DeadEye will engage on this. But it looks like Bossman getting too greedy, actually. He's able to get too far ahead. Tavares taking him out. and just a lot of damage being thrown onto DeadEye. Bori getting the hook onto Tavares, but he gets killed right after that. But he's able to demech Tavares. Meanwhile, the rest of Solar is just cleaning up DeadEye, so it looks like they might be able to take the first point. Lucio just needs to be cleaned up, and he does. The first point captured from Solar.
Yeah, you could definitely say Bossman was getting a little too aggressive. Him dying so early really was a big part of how this started falling apart. Although he is coming with his Earth Shatter, can definitely stop the next push.
Yeah, if he stops this, it could be a pretty fast hold, as they only have 40 seconds to get onto this point and just try to make a play for Solar.
Yeah, what Solar's going to want to do is poke a little
Oh,
bit.
a hook onto Bari. He's able to get the kill on the demech Tavares. And Bossman going on the mad flank, getting 4 members of Solar in it.
Yep, Flo needs to get out of there right now or reset. Yep.
They have 30 seconds to get on this.
They might end up, I think it's possible, they have the time. Especially now they have Lucio. They have 4 ultimates too, almost 5. If they get onto the point right now, they could actually make a push out of this.
They really need to get on this, but it looks like Soulman will take out Echo, and that could be big for Solar. It looks like Spiel was able to get on the point, but he gets killed actually. And all the ultimates being used from the side of Solar. Diva Bomb coming in trying to clear it out. Meanwhile, Kills is able to get his DeadEye off, killing Karate. And Tavares getting a double kill onto Hunku and Bowery. Both Dragon Blades being used actually, but Orion gets killed during his. Lucio is able to go off on Flo and Tavares, and Bossman getting the kill on Soul Mana, ending the push for Solar. The only one left on the point is Spilo, but he will get taken out, and DeadEye will hold this.
I don't know, I can't think of a Ryan who charges their ultimate faster than Bossman.
Yeah, he's getting ultimate pretty fast. He's able to get a lot of chunk damage into the big crowds that Solar is making.
Yeah, and Echo's doing a really good job of keeping him alive through it, so he's not just dying and losing the fights.
Well, it looks like they're gonna have to prevent dying right here actually, because they didn't get a tick on the second point, so all that I need to do is capture the first point and then take the first tick of second point, which wouldn't be a hard task for them to do. They're able to capture both points pretty fast. So they have 6 minutes and 20 seconds, pretty long time. So they could just take their time, build ultimates, and just win this fight.
Yeah, they could do that, but that's not really their style. They just really want to get in there and take the point right away. Just
I want kills.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it looks like on the side of DeadEye, they're electing to go with a Zarya alongside Bossman. He was able to get a lot of ult charge since they're just putting a lot of damage onto Bossman's shield. He was able to get charged to Bar if he has his bubble on him. So
yeah, that's
there's
true.
that.
He did have a lot of charge, getting his ult really fast. So hopefully they're aiming to make something out of that here.
Especially with Bossman being so aggressive as he is. Meanwhile, it looks like they're electing to go onto the high ground. Lucio going in directly in the center of Solar. Meanwhile, Riot and Bowery both charging each other, actually, stunning each other. So they're out for a brief period of time. Looks like they're both back up and ready to brawl back into this. Looks like they're electing to go the fight on the point. Bossman getting the kill on Soul Mana, and Kills getting the kill onto the rival Flow. And Kills getting the kill on Orion right after. Tavares getting demeched. And just a fast point tank for DeadEye. And then it looks like they will capture the first checkpoint.
Yeah, Solar wasn't taking this fight very well. A little split in terms of their fire. And then they all ended up getting so low, Soul Mana couldn't heal them all up in time. So then they started falling one after another, and they put a lot of ultimate charges.
Lucio by himself, he gets taken on by Soul Mana. So it looks like they're gonna have to fall back on this without one of their DPS, who had Dragon Blade actually. I don't know if you wanted to use Dragon Blade in that. Meanwhile, Flo getting the kill on Echo, stalling this fight out even more. It looks like they're just trying to hold this for as long as they can. They just need a tick, DeadEye, in order to win this map and the series. Meanwhile, Bossman has found a little opening, but he missed it. Lucio getting his Dragon Blade out, but looks like he won't be able to get any kills with it. Actually, he gets the kill on Karate as soon as the sound barrier ended. Meanwhile, kills with the big 3K, but Flo trying to answer back. He only gets Lucio in that. And DeadEye getting the team kill, the win on Anubis, and the win in the series.
Man, Bossman just on point with his pins. Soul Mana was shooting out his coalescence, but then Bossman immediately targets her and pins her. Didn't quite kill her, but it canceled the ultimate. So that denied so much healing for Solar. And you can tell that they paid for it.
Bossman.
Bossman with the boss
Big.
plan. Look at him.
Bossman with big boss plans.
Oh my gosh, 16 Earthshatter stuns.
Bossman, he needs to tell me his secrets. I want to get as fast as him.
I know. How do I play Ryan like him?
we need to get Bossman in here. He needs to tell us his secrets.
No, the secret is have a team that actually cooperates with you.
Yeah, DeadEye actually were pretty key in that. They stumbled a little bit in the end as Lucio was able to dive in, trying to make some plays with his Dragon Blade, but he was all alone, so that was a misplay from him. A couple misplays from him.
Yeah, definitely a little too aggro, but I guess he knew they had so much time. I guess it didn't matter in his eyes. Still, not something you want to get used to.
Yeah, and it looks like DeadEye will win the series 3-0.
Solid 3-0.
Yeah, clean sweep for DeadEye. Yeah, so a lot of things that Solar needs to improve on. They need to work on coordination and just a whole bunch of other stuff. But coordination is the key thing that they need to work on.
I think it's mostly just coordination and strategy. I think some of the things they were going for didn't really make any sense, and it cost them a lot of fights and time as a result of it.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. Meanwhile, yeah, a whole bunch of ultimate charge from Bossman. He was able to get a lot of shatters, but what we didn't talk about a lot was the fact that the DPS were able to get big key picks with their ultimates. So you can see on the side of Solar, actually, Flo was able to get like average 2 kills with his ultimate. And on the other side, their Reaper was able to get a lot of key picks too. So Reaper was pretty big in both teams.
That's true. I think Flo overall played really well. Didn't die too often. Got some really good picks. Really good ultimates would come off too.
What really troubled them a lot was that it took a lot of fights, it took quite a whole bunch of healing, but they didn't. They were able to sustain the tanks long enough.
Yeah. Oh, that's just the way it goes.
Oh, looks like we're gonna be done here. So, DeadEye wins the series 3-0 against Solar, and they will go up 2-0 in their standings.
I believe so.
I don't even know what their standings are. I believe it's 2-0.
Yeah, that's definitely what we're gonna go with. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone.